Religious liberty has always been the backbone of modern liberal democracies. It is also an essential component of rule of law. It is important for one to be an advocate of religious liberty regardless of he or she being a believer, as religious liberty guarantees the freedom to believe in and the freedom to not believe. The extent to which religious liberty has to be permitted in modern liberal democracies during the time of pandemic is a question that is posed before the policy makers around the world. The conflict between religious liberty and public health was always there in existence in societies around the globe. The recent novel COVID-19 pandemic being linked to mass religious gatherings is the most recent example of the same. We, through our paper, is trying to address this conflict between religious freedom and public health. We also try to point out that though restrictions have to be brought in to ensure that public health is not compromised in the guise of religious freedom, it should not be in the form of stigmatizing the minority religious communities or denying them the rights which are being granted to the majority. Our paper is titled as Religion, Pandemics and Public Health. As already stated, religious liberty raises great controversies in jurisdictions around the world during the time of pandemic. The Jamaat, Tablighi Jamaat, which was held in Delhi, and Shincheongi cult group of Korea attracted our attention during these recent times for their involvement in speeding up the spread of COVID-19. However, whether stigmatizing these groups will be of any use, this is a question which we are trying to mainly address in our paper. It is of no doubt that freedoms comes with restrictions, and religious freedom should not be allowed to compromise the public health. Modern democratic nations are vested with the responsibility to regulate religious liberty for the preservation of public health. However, what should be the form of these restrictions which are being brought in? We will be looking into that in this paper. The restrictions which are being brought in should not compromise the culture of religious freedom that is existing in our society. This is not an easy task to be achieved, as the authorities have to deal with intolerant religious extremists who try to divide the society. Their roots are now extended to the politics and government and other institutions of our democracy. Flaws from religious communities contributed to the fast spreading of novel COVID-19. So restrictions should be brought in, and restrictions should be recognized as part of freedom. Non-essential activities, including gatherings and celebrations, should be compromised. However, stigmatizing entire community cannot be justified. Freedom of conscience and expression should be ensured even during the time of pandemic. The statements issued by WHO and the statement which was issued by Ministry of Family and Health Affairs on April 8, 2020 clearly state that a place or religious group or a community should not be blamed or stigmatized in the name of spreading COVID-19. The Tablighi Jamaat being blamed for the spread of COVID-19 whether it is right to blame them. Firstly, Tablighi Jamaat commenced even before the announcement of restrictions officially by the Prime Minister of the nation. Secondly, the foreigners participated in this function, and there was no travel restrictions on them. Delhi government brought in restrictions 3 days after Tablighi Jamaat commenced. So it is not right to place the complete responsibility on one religious community. It is not right to call their act as Corona Jihad, as that will only help to separate them from the society, and that will force them to withdraw themselves in participating together to contain, to stop the spread of COVID-19. The Shincheongi cult group was blamed for spread of COVID-19 in South Korea. About 63.5% of the COVID-19 cases which were reported in South Korea was once claimed to be the product of the religious gathering which was held by this cult group. However, blaming them even after an official apology from the authority of the church will not produce good result. Whether the classification the differential treatment which was being shown by the central government and state government should also be condemned. The Supreme Court was being approached by the central government for granting permission for Jagannath Rath Yatra, and the court granted them the permission by pointing out, by referring to, though the court granted the permission, they referred to the contention which was raised that the Rath Yatra which was conducted during 18th and 19th century was responsible for the spread of cholera and plague like wildfire. So the question is, when permission is being granted to a majority religious community, why are the religious rituals of other communities denied permission? This should not be allowed. So how can we solve this issue? We should involve the religious leaders while making decisions regarding restrictions that has to be imposed over religious freedom. Their involvement, they should be taken into confidence. Secondly, the restrictions brought in should be in such a nature that it is to an extent only essential to prevent the COVID-19. More restrictions which are not needed at this point of time should not be brought in. Necessary legal modifications should be made so that the restrictions imposed by the government are only to the extent that is being required. Government should not hesitate to restrict the religious practices to secure the public health. Stringent actions initiated against religious groups that violate religious norms are ineffective and damaging. The most effective way is to involve them, build trust with them, build a trust between the state and religion, and thus solve this issue. Thank you.